12/2/21. It's the evening time. It's the E-mini futures S&P 500 ES. That contract expires in December. It's down 22 points. That is going to tell us how the market's open. You can see the perfect trend lines right here. Now I'm going to go ahead and cover, my friends, and good evening, everybody, and Merry Christmas to every one of you. Now, with the E-mini and the NQ, we can see that there's a price channel, but let me go ahead and clear that. Let's go ahead and draw that channel. It's called a price channel, everybody. And when we go with the solid arrow from that, it's called a doji. This is the first part. We will go ahead and do another one on a 5-minute chart, as we should do with a solid arrow. Let's go with this particular resistance where it broke down. And every rally, when we look at them carefully, and we come up here. That is going to be the same trend line, roughly right across there. Hand drawing it. Let's take a look at that downward channel right now, which would land right about there. Now, we rallied up, and we're coming right back in on a short-term basis right here. What is the most important part of the futures market? It's going to tell us how equities open up in the morning. And as a master trader, and that we are in the futures bit, is we trade them. They're open for 23 hours. Not only do we trade them, we make a bundle of money off of them. You can use it to hedge your positions. Listen, markets go up, markets go down. We called the top, and when that went down, indexes, stocks went down. If you learn the futures market, you will be a master trader. Let's take a look at the Dow Jones futures, down 122 points. Had a big rally, closed out up 617 points. Let's take a look. Same doji. They all look the same as we pointed them out. Bam. Look at the relief rally. Every relief rally did what? Made another lower low. Then we come up into the fork side of it. There's the resistance. There's the gap down that's in play. It's on a 5-minute. Volatility can be gauged by looking at various futures markets. One of the best things that we do is that we make you money, and we open your eyes, and we make it real. Price is real. Price and volume is real. Everything else, hey, that's just a story. Right now, this is price and volume, and it tells us how to trade that opening bell. Once again, take that free 5-day trial. Let's get busy. Let's get busy now like you never did before. Because I'll tell you why. It's just around that corner, and it's coming directly to who? It's coming to you now that you found the right place to be. And that is the glory part of your trading, is have I found the right place to be? Well, you'll know when you get in this live trading room. You'll know when you make that phone call. You'll know when you learn how to use all the various different components, different sectors, and a broad base of outstanding what? Trading tools. I know what you've been down. You've been down roads that can't do anything when the market's moving. This market is moving, and you make money when it goes up. You make money when it goes down. It's a great way to hedge positions that you might be holding overnight, because if you're making gains here, then you're protecting those gains if they're going down. That is the thing about risk management, is what other tools are available to me. Even though I may not understand them, they're out there. just that your eyes have not been opened. But once your eyes are opened, you'll know, you'll remember, and you will come back to this channel. You will subscribe to it. Why will you subscribe to it? Because you know it's true. That's why. That's exactly why you're going to come back, because you're going to see the difference. And the difference is I'm about price, volume, action. As a mathematician and understanding support and resistance, equities are going to trade just like the futures market trade tomorrow, and they will. Now, are you smart enough to try to make a phone call or sign up for the free 5-day trial so that you can move forward past beyond what you are and who you are? So once again, you can look for lower prices. Volatility will happen in the Dow Jones. Had a counter rally today. Big counter rally off of that low down there. Boom. This is on a 5-minute, but I'm happy to show it more so on a 60-minute, an hourly chart. This was a big rally, up 617 points. You want to take a look at the S&P. S&P was oversold dramatically. And when they're oversold, they get bounced. They had bounces here too. To do what? Make lower lows. They bounced here too. To do what? Now, the daily charts tell the story. NASDAQ composite, they're all alike. Bam, there's your bounce. That one's gapping down tomorrow and going to come back down. It's called back-end filling. Yes, it is. You want advice? Do you want to know what's going to happen here? Let's take a look at that NASDAQ 100 index. Same thing. They all have the same bounces. That's the resistance line right there, right now. That's a test, okay, on a 60-minute chart on the NQ 100 index. You want to see the rut? Finally got a bounce. Small cap's been killed. Oh boy, has it ever. Look at how it bounces right through resistance. Look at here right now. Take a look at the bottom end on the rut, on the small cap. It's sitting right there, my friends. Good evening, everybody. Once again, it's our pleasure to bring you. Here's a bull ETF called the TQQQ, tied to the NASDAQ 100. QQQ, TQQ, they're both the same. Guess what? They had a big rally. Just learn that what happens in the futures market is your GPS system as to what the equity markets will do. And we would like to invite you to that event. We have free events, and this is one of them. You can sign up in the evening class with the futures market and take your futures trading to the next level. And it's going to make you understand how the equity market will trade. There's that resistance right there on the TQQQ. That's a Forex Bull ETF. So we're going to be interested in one thing, because that S&P 500, you can see that trend channel. That's on an hourly. It still represents the same thing as it does on this chart and where the points are and whatnot. And that's on a 15 in the futures market right now. It's happening. It's going down. And I can just tell you that trend channels are going to be trend channels, because that trend channel is really based on variable factors of how the long-term reversal downtrend is a weighted what? It's not a bull trend. It's a bear trend. Doesn't mean that the markets are in bear markets. I never said that. Right now, what I am saying is that these particular trends are not bull trends. Not yet. And they're probably not going to be for another couple of weeks. There will be a nice rally and a nice spot. I don't think yet. I think there has to be another leg down to wash everybody out and it's going to show up in the futures market. And right now, the S&P ES E-mini down 23, Dow futures right here down 135, NASDAQ 100 futures at this very moment down 96. And there was that original trend channel. And let me just tell you, there's also one that comes right off of here. Look at that. Took not even less than a second to let you see it. That's based on a 5-minute handle. When we're trading futures, you got to get your entries, you got to get your exits, you have to get your stop losses, and then you have to take your profits. This is this market. It's open 23 hours a day, and I'm inviting you to make a lot of money with me.